Hello, my name is Lina Kendras. I'm originally from Ukraine. I spent almost 20 years in New York and recently I moved to Singapore, so now I'm a Singaporean resident. Professionally, I've been in financial services for a number of years. Before that, I was in the music industry. So let me get straight to the point, which is why am I here and why we're doing this interview. And that is the fact that I was diagnosed with pre-cancer, DCIS, very early breast cancer back in 2010. Right after I finished breastfeeding my daughter for 2 years, I was in complete disbelief because there's a theory that you cannot get breast cancer while breastfeeding. Anyway, I got it. At that time, because it was pre-cancer, I refused conventional treatment. I was strongly recommended to do partial mastectomy at that time. I refused. It was right before I moved with, excuse me, with my family to Singapore. So in Singapore, I changed my diet. I became vegan, and I saw a traditional Chinese medicine doctor who prescribed me Chinese herbs. I was doing some acupuncture, and this new lifestyle kept me stable for 2 years. So my DCIS was completely stable. What I completely ignored, however, was the stress level that I had in my life. My life was very stressful. I was working in banking pretty much around the clock, and so I thought that just having a good diet and drinking Chinese herbs would keep me healthy, but unfortunately I learned it doesn't work this way. So in 2012, in September, my MRI showed the progression of disease. At that time I was offered mastectomy. I refused it and I requested lumpectomy, so I had lumpectomy. That didn't stop my disease. It was rapidly progressing. In January of 2013, I had a unilateral mastectomy with complete axillary clearance, and 40 lymph nodes out of 52 were positive. So my breast cancer was very, very aggressive. It's stage 3, grade 3, estrogen positive. After mastectomy, I refused chemotherapy. I'm a big believer in holistic and non-toxic treatments. However, because of the aggressiveness of my cancer, mastectomy didn't stop it, and very shortly after the surgery, I noticed first signs of recurrence along my mastectomy scar. I didn't realize at that time it was recurrence because physically I felt great. But then when I came to see my surgeon in May of this year, she clearly saw that it was recurrence. I had PET scan, and it was a massive local regional recurrence. It was in lymph nodes, it was in muscle, all over my chest wall. So at that point, the option that I was offered in Singapore did not feel right to me. The type of chemo that was offered was not targeted chemo, so it was a kind of trial and error type of approach with very toxic treatments. And I started looking all over the world for, where I can go to have treatment that would agree with my philosophy and, with my idea that, the cancer treatment should be integrative, and that, I want to use the best from conventional medicine combined with holistic and non-toxic treatments. So in my search, I very quickly turned towards Israel. Well, I'm Jewish, so I guess my heart called me to Israel. That was part of it. I also read Dr. Moss' report, where I learned about Dr. Brenner's clinic in Tel Aviv. And something clicked for me, it just felt right. And I had to see him. So the decision was made in a matter of days after my PET CT scan, after I learned how aggressive was my recurrence. So I landed in Tel Aviv, and next day I saw Dr. Brenner, who reviewed my case. And the first surprise I had was the fact that he suggested to start with a full arsenal of his non-toxic treatments and not include chemo in it, while I was fully ready to do chemo because I have a 5-year-old daughter. So I said, "Doctor, I want to leave and I'm ready for the battle of my life." To which he said, "Listen, we have a few weeks, let's see how it goes." So my next huge surprise came 2 weeks after the start of the treatment, when roughly 80% of more of all the visible spots along my mastectomy scar were gone. And I was shocked, doctor was shocked, it was just going so well. Physically I was feeling great because the treatments were all non-toxic. So my protocol included intravenous vitamin C, galvanotherapy, which is applying electric current to the chest wall, superficial hyperthermia, full body hyperthermia, iscusin injections, and tamoxifen. So tamoxifen represented conventional medicine in this protocol. And so it's been 2 months. A few days ago I had my PET CT scan, and I got what I prayed for, which is no evidence of disease. And this is simply unbelievable. I believe it's a miracle that such amazing response could be achieved without any toxicity. So physically I feel better than ever, better than I felt in years, because I received all these amazing vitamins and supplements in this in really big dosage of vitamin C, which probably made me very hyper and very happy and very energetic. So I'm just immensely grateful, and I'm now a big advocate of Dr. Brenner's approach, and I will do everything I can to help spread the word about it.